What's up guys, Subzeroark here, doing something I have never done before. This is a character spotlight, something new I'm going to start because I want to get more into Project M because it's a really great game, and the demo 2.5 update has really sort of raised my hype about the entire game, and I want to do more, and put that stuff on my channel about it. So this is one of the things I'll be doing aside from posting matches that I have with Sean, Alejandro, and maybe Ross. But yeah, this character spotlight is going to be on Ivysaur. As far as what a character spotlight is, I'm just going to go through and talk about the character, talk about some of their most usable moves, talk about what kind of a character they are, and how they work in general. Of course, this is all opinion-based, and you can play any character any way you want to. So this isn't the only way to play a character. Definitely there are many different ways you could approach playing Ivysaur, but this is just my approach. That being said, Ivysaur is a newcomer, very new, just out in demo 2.5, so there's not a lot of strategies and such that have formed around her, but some of the main things I've noticed from playing her for, the day Project M came out, and today some with Alejandro, some just against computers, which is going to be the video that you're going to be seeing right now, which is going to be just me playing against computers. Of course, obviously, I'm not saying, oh, look at me, I'm so good, I can beat the computers, because, well, they are computers. They are not as good as a plethora of players in this community, but just something to play against when I don't have Alejandro to supply me with gameplay to play against. Anyway, Ivysaur, some of the greatest things about Ivysaur as a character is her amazing spacing, like that back air attack that you may see in forward air, are really great attacks just for spacing in general. They have extremely good range, and they can push the opponent back when they're trying to do something and just keep them at bay if you're trying to stop them. Also, her side B, which is the Razor Leaf, has a great range and can definitely knock the opponent back a ton. That being said, Ivysaur definitely is not lackluster when it comes to close range combat, despite what some may say. Her close range combat, which consists mostly, in my experience, of her up air and down air, just combinations of that, doing damage with that, grabbing, down throw, and then into short hop down air is a combo I use quite a lot, and then the dash attack maybe to follow up that, or other down airs. Her close ranged combat is definitely not bad at all, so she's a really great character, just all overall. A little information, if you want to know it. The way you charge her solar beam attack is either by holding B, which charges it slowly and heals you slowly, or by using up airs and down airs and up smashes to connect. Of course, that does damage, and Sweet Spot, which also charges her solar beam attack. It's really, the solar beam attack is sort of a hit or miss. Some games, and against some characters, you will be landing a lot of those up airs and down airs, and you will be getting a lot of charge with this solar beam. Then with other times, you will not be landing very many, or you just won't be able to do much. It's good and bad against certain characters, as is pretty much everything, but it really depends on your matchup. You might be using Solar Beam 2 or 3 times in a match, or only once. You'll usually be able to use it once throughout the entire match, at the lowest, definitely. And speaking of Solar Beam, my main way I go about getting a hit in with Solar Beam is knocking the opponent off the edge, then running off the edge and using Solar Beam while falling. Now the thing about Solar Beam is, as far as I know, if it connects, you can follow it up you can like do stuff afterwards with Solar Beam, whereas if it does not connect, you will be stuck helpless. So missing with Solar Beam is something that will hurt you a lot, especially if you go with my strategy of running off the edge and Solar Beaming. If you miss with Solar Beam, there's pretty much 100% chance that you will die. So that's something to keep in mind. Same with Up B, which is her like vine whip sort of, but it grabs onto ledges as well. That attack, if you use it, you will be rendered helpless. So definitely only use that when you are pretty sure that you'll be able to connect with it, because using it and missing can leave you open for tons and tons and tons of different attacks. So yeah, that's one of the main problems with Ivysaur. In some situations, if you miss a Solar Beam or Up B or miss attacks in general, it can leave you open and very easily able to hit, because Ivysaur is not a very small target. It's sort of mid-ranged, and she's not too fast, and she's sort of mid-range speed as well, so she can definitely be hit easily if you are not the one putting the pressure on. And as far as putting the pressure on, Ivysaur is amazing with attacks like her back air and forward air, just putting the pressure on the opponent. Those do extremely well, and then the up air and down air are good for combos. But one of the main things that's very good for pressure is her down B, the Seed Bomb. It is really amazing for either A, just keeping the pressure going and making your opponent worry about either A, dodging these seed bombs, or B, dealing with the attacks that you're putting in while these seeds are raining down from the sky. It's a great attack to sort of divert your opponent's focus, especially from you, or exclusively from you, to, having to dodge this as well, and it can, stop your opponent's combos if they're trying to do something, then suddenly a seed falls from the air and hits them. It can also be used very potently to juggle opponents. If they're in the air, it's something that I do a lot, and I've had done to me before when playing against Alejandro, and it's very, very, very annoying just to be juggled by the seed bomb and to be basically helpless. It can be used for KOs in a similar fashion to Pikachu's Thunder, where if you hit them pretty high into the air and then you land one of these, you can just knock them off the top of the screen, or stage. So that's another very potent use of the Seed Bomb. As far as other attacks go, that's mostly it. Her forward tilt, her tilts in general, her up tilt, is pretty good for starting combos and knocking your opponent down if they're on a platform above you, with not much real use in other situations. It's not a great attack, but it's good in certain situations. Her forward tilt is pretty good. I would say, like, if you can land it, it can deal a good amount of damage, and it looks nice. I don't know, when you use that attack, it sort of like breathes power. It sort of looks like it's going to do a ton of damage, and it does do a good amount of damage. But yeah, that's a great attack. If you can land it, if your opponent's helpless on the ground or something, you can do that. And as far as down moves go, Ivysaur's not too, while grounded, Ivysaur isn't too big on those. Down smash, really. The ground moves overall, down moves aren't great in my experience. The down smash can be used just if your opponent's coming up to you and it hits on both sides, like many other down smashes, but it's not amazing, and you can use stuff like Ivysaur's jab more potently to stop enemies or just to rack up a little damage. The jab is nice, sort of just to stun the opponent for a second, but yeah, that's mainly it with respect to Ivysaur. Like, some of I've pretty much given you my main things that I'll do with the character. neutral air, I sort of forgot about this, just remembered, is a very nice move just to, I use it a lot when getting back onto the stage, just to hit enemies and to, you know, sort of follow up with combos and do sort of, it's just a nice move in general to add to your move pool and use to mix things up, and it sort of keeps the opponent with you, allows you to continue combos, in contrast to attacks like back air, forward air, which sort of hit the opponent away and get them away from you. So if you're continuing a combo, neutral air will be your best bet, whereas if, you know, you're trying to space and get away from them, then back air and forward air are really what you're looking for, looking to use. Overall, that's pretty much it. That's all I can really think of as far as stuff I've done so far with Ivysaur. Of course, it's not only about me, because frankly, I am pretty much trash at the game. There are a lot better players out there, so if you want to provide your input into, you know, what you do, what you think's great about the character, what's bad about the character. For me, there aren't too many negatives about Ivysaur. She's definitely my new main, for now at least. I've been using her a ton and having a ton of fun, just because of the many options, you know, with spacing, or juggling, or all that sort of stuff. With respect to grabs, I know that... grabs just came back in my head, but I'm an excessive down thrower. Like, if I grab someone, the first grab I'll use, if I even... I don't know what any of the grabs are, I'll just go for the down grab, or down throw, because that's just what I do, which is very good as far as Ivysaur goes, because it can, you know, be used in combination with, you know, down grab, down throw, then short hop, then down air, which is a pretty simple combo. The up throw, you know, has some options with getting your opponent into the air and using seed bombs. And the side throw, I really don't have too much experience with, but that's just me in general with most characters. I don't have a lot of experience with the side throw, so hopefully I'm not missing something huge that everyone is using except for me, because I don't side throw often. If you side throw and find it to be a potent attack, post in the comments, tell me what you think of it. But yeah, that's pretty much it as far as Ivysaur goes, in my experience. As I said, you can tell, you know, how you play the character, her ups and downs in the comments. I'm definitely not, you know, the official on this sort of thing. I just wanted to make a video to make it clear, you know, give some people a starting point to start having fun with the character and learning, you know, and creating different combos. But other than that, that's pretty much it for this profile. So yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in the next character profile. I have not figured out yet who I'm doing it on. Probably going to be one of my other mains, so people who know me and play against me, you know, you can sort of figure that out. And people who don't know me at all, well, you can't figure anything out. I definitely want to do some on the new 2.5 characters, though I can guarantee you that I won't be doing one on Squirtle, because I'm just god-awful at Squirtle, and there are people who could do much better explaining how to play Squirtle correctly, because I just play Squirtle terribly. So, yeah, if you're a great Squirtle main, then, you know, post a video about it, record yourself talk. This is something that no one's really doing, and I feel like people should be doing, because there are lots of videos sort of explaining tactics and techniques in Melee. Not very many videos explaining tactics and techniques in Project M, but there aren't too many videos just talking about characters, the ups and downs about them. I feel like it's just sort of a thing that you learn from playing a lot and watching a lot, and, you know, like, I think it's nice for us to take a more structured look at a character, or their ups and downs, and just see what really makes this character special. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys like this idea, maybe make your own videos about certain characters, because I am obviously not great with every single characters. I am not great with a plethora of characters, though I do try to main pretty much everyone. I have some very specific mains that I use more often. So if you really think you have something to contribute, as I feel like I do here, seeing as Ivysaur is a very underdeveloped character, then post a video, post a comment, post something, you know. That's pretty much it. I will see you guys next time in either a Project M video or Project M, you know, character spotlight. So, yeah, I'll see you guys then, and I am bad at outros. Yeah. That was terrible. I know it was.